honored to have with us this morning Reverend Z and Reverend Melissa. Honored to have them with us this morning. Let's welcome them to San Jose CSL.
Thank you. Good morning. So we invite you to sing the chorus to this with us. I am one with God. I know the truth. I am one with creation. And one with you. There is no separation between all that is. I am one. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. Spirit dwells within me, guides all I do. It infuses my life, and with the light I am new. I am rich with abundance of all that is good. All is good. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. From the core, I thank you, God, for teaching me this truth. And knowing it is so, I release it all to you. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. I am healed. Yes, I am. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Good morning, lovely congregation. How are you? Good. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living San Jose, where we are transforming lives, building dreams, and revealing love. Where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your beautiful, powerful, sacred mind. Welcome home. My name is Nicole Fraser, and I am a part of the Sacred Sunday service team here, and I want to welcome you if you are here for the very first time. A very special welcome. We have a free gift for you today, and if you will join us in Fellowship Hall after services, a concierge will answer any questions you may have. If you're a little busy, then there are gift packets in the foyer on your way out, and we look forward to talking to you another day. If you need to connect with us, you can reach us by phone. You can also go to our website at www.cslsj.org. I want to say hi to the live streamers and tell you that Ann Stayskull is your moderator today. She can answer any of your questions. We're delighted to have you with us also. And now, for the time when we get love and holiness going in this community by greeting each other and saying good morning. Good morning again. I love that.
I'm trying to agree.
Wow. Good morning. My name's Maureen Ross. I'm your practitioner of the day. It's my absolute total joy to be here with you as we create sacred space together. And you know how we do this. We begin with a chant, which leads us into 2 minutes of silence. Then we come back together and we pray in our awareness of the Holy One. So I give it to Z and Melissa and the chant.
As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. Sing it again. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. I surrender. I surrender. I am
We are here now in this space. It has called us. It's calling us right now. Deep breath in. Here we go again. It's always calling. It is the one, the source, the power, the presence. It's the notes on the phone and the melody in the piano. It's the beats of the drum. It's the strings on the guitar. It's the voice within. We said yes to being here today to create sacred space for its expression of the divineness that it is as us. And it calls me into prayer, and the prayer fills me, and I am changed. And my joy and my delight, the date I keep every day, is my date with prayer, because it calls me to surrender, to say yes, to embody peace and beauty and love. And as this is true for me, it is true for each one of you. You in this room, you beyond the walls, you yet to be born. We say our tender yes, and it smiles its love upon us, and we are filled. And so we go forward into our moments, our hours, our days, our lives, knowing that it expresses as each one of us individually. We don't need to imitate. We don't need to pretend. We are already that which is seeking us. And if you feel like I feel in this moment, you are filled with gratitude. And so we open our hands gently and we give our thanks, knowing it is already so in the mind of God. Together we say, and so it is. And together we will declare the affirmation. I rely on God alone, in whom I live, move, and have my being. A sense of peace and certainty flows through me. I am surrounded with friendship, love, and beauty, enthusiasm, joy, vitality, and inspiration are in everything I do.
The song has a spoken word chorus, so when you catch it, I invite you to join in with us. It started out small, something less than a touch. I didn't even know it was you. God was unreliable, a crazy man, righteous, someone I should love and fear. What kind of sense is that? It started out small, something less than a touch. I didn't even know it was you. When I stumbled upon your power, I lost what I was taught. The crazy and the righteous enfolded in a love so vast it stretched the very definition of the word love. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me.
I surrender. I surrender to your love. I surrender. I
not outside of me, and yet you are. It makes no sense, but then it does, for you are here wherever here may be. I speak to you, you speak to me. The voice is mine and not mine, landing in the space between where you and I vanish and begin, stretching the very definition of the word me. You. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me.
I surrender. I surrender to your love. I surrender. I surrender to your love.
I feel your peace
I
and
surrender.
your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power. My God, I feel your peace and your presence in me.
I surrender.
And now, this is Spiritual Jeopardy!
Good morning. I'm your host, Alice Treebark. Let's welcome our contestants. Bob Evans is a piano tuner from Des Moines, Iowa. Judy Peters teaches drama at a high school in Madison, Wisconsin. And our returning champion is Philip McCarthy, a funeral director from Daytona Beach, Florida. Let's look at our categories. That's not my job. I'm no Picasso. It's not always about sex. Faith Hill, The Journey, not the singer. The Eyes Have It. Notice the I is in quotation marks. Phil, as our returning champion, you'll begin our Jeopardy round.
I'll take I know Picasso for $100.
The Jeopardy answer is because my father made me take over the family business. Phil.
Why did I quit art school?
Correct. Go again.
I'll stick with I know Picasso for $100.
The Solano Gallery in Milwaukee. Judy.
Where's my first art show going to be held?
Correct. Sounds like a dream come true, Judy.
It
Congratulations. Go again, Judy.
I'll take It's Not Always About Sex for 100.
Side effects include flushed cheeks, sweating, and heavy breathing. Bob.
What is sex? I mean, what the category is, it's not always about sex, but this time it is.
No, I'm sorry. It's not always about sex. Phil.
What is running?
Correct.
I love to run. Running was my passion.
Proving, like I said, it's not always about sex when it comes to your passion. Phil, you choose the category.
I'll take That's Not My Job for $100.
It's the most important aspect of your career. Bob.
This one's easy. What is Show Me the Money? Right, I guess it's Show Me the Buddha, the bread, the dough. As in, what is my paycheck?
That is incorrect. Judy.
What is personal fulfillment?
Correct. Go again, Judy.
I'll take The Eyes Have It for 200.
That's the daily double, Judy. How much would you like to wager?
I'm going to make a true daily double and bet it all.
Okay, for 600, if you guess correctly, the Jeopardy answer is love yourself first.
How do I find perfect love?
That puts you in the lead with 600, Judy, and you pick again.
I'll take Faith Hill, The Journey, Not the Singer for 100.
There is one God, common to all, in and through all things. Bob.
What are the lyrics of Faith's new song?
No! Phil.
What is the first commandment?
No. Judy. There is one God, common to all, in and through all things.
What is the fundamental truth?
Correct. You are in the lead, and now it's time for Final Jeopardy. Today's category is personal meaning. Please write down your wager before we read the Final Jeopardy answer.
Oh no, I got no money. I have nothing to wager. Hey Judy, you have 100 I can borrow?
Sure. I believe in circulation.
Okay then. And the Final Jeopardy answer is to live life as the fullest expression of God or Spirit in form. Okay, Bob, we'll start with you. What did you put for the Final Jeopardy question for to live life as the fullest expression of God or Spirit in form?
Huh?
I'm afraid that's going to cost you that 100, Judy.
No, it's okay. Only $1. I didn't want to go home with nothing. Thanks, Judy.
Yeah. Okay, then let's all say goodbye to Bob. Bye. Yeah. Thanks for playing. Yeah. And we'll move on to Phil. To live life as the fullest expression of God or Spirit in form. What did you put for the Final Jeopardy question?
Why are priests and nuns born?
No, I'm sorry, Phil. What did you wager?
$100.
Well, you're still in the game, depending on Judy's answer and wager. Judy, What is your final Jeopardy answer to live life as the fullest expression of God in form?
Why am I here?
That's absolutely correct. And you wagered 600. You're our new champion. You're obviously prosperous. You found your creative outlet, and more important, you love yourself.
I know what's important in my life, and my personal meaning isn't about anything outside of myself. It's all in here.
Each member of today's studio audience will receive a lovely parting gift. Alice, show them what it is.
It's crayons! And your play-at-home assignment for this week is to use your creative side and draw a picture representing your personal meaning. Thanks for playing Spiritual Jeopardy!
Thank you. In a few short moments, we are going to invite to the pulpit for the very first time Reverend Megan. Yeah. But before we do, we are going to share a few facts about her that you may or may not know. First of all, Reverend Megan, along with her lovely wife, Deb, teaches creative brilliance here very often, many times a year, and this is some of their offerings from that lovely class. She herself is an artist. She is also a writer. She loves to debate philosophy. She is passionate about cooking, and for the last almost 2 decades, she has been a brilliant body worker. She came here in 2005. And she became a practitioner, and after completing her oral panels as a practitioner, the panelists said to her, "We look forward to hearing from you after ministerial school." Yeah, that's cool. She is the director of finance here, and she is about to take the stage, and Dr. David wanted me to say a few things to all of you before she does. So, as we know, ministerial school absolutely produces and graduates a minister. However, it is this congregation that comes together and opens their hearts and in a holy and sacred and beautiful manner creates a minister today here up on this pulpit. So welcome our sister, Reverend Megan.
Oh. Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon? Most of you know what that is. When you go to the Grand Canyon, you approach it and you can't really see anything. You can drive around it, you can't see it, but you get to the edge and it's just like, this thing. That's what it's like to be up here. And I mean that because I might have a little nervousness, but what I have is awe. Because I'm standing in front of, like, God multiplied. So, and I mean that. I mean, every single one of you, if I could look you in the eye, and I feel like I can see all of your eyes at once, it's amazing. Every single one of you makes this room what it is, and my experience of it right now, not one of you could be missing, and I could have the same powerful experience. So I thank, from the bottom of my heart, each one of you that sits here and helps me have this experience. And I hope that as David has loaned me his jet, and it feels like I'm flying a jet for the first time, that I can take us someplace. I intend to do that. And I intend to take us this morning to the place of authenticity. And and I really appreciate and have always appreciated in my life eccentrics. And I didn't realize that part of that appreciation was probably because I was one. I really do have this vision of wanting to be, like in my 80s, just so thick with selfness, so thick with like all the articles of selfness, those things that make little kids go, she's weird. I will know that I reached my full height of expression when little kids are going, she's weird, go buy that house. No. And I was thinking about the music. Where are Z and Melissa? Are they in here today? Oh, that music was incredible this morning. And as I sat there taking it in, the side note is that it feels like 10 million little minions put everything in place for me to come to this talk, which will bring you to your knees if you ever experience that. I hope everybody experiences that sometime. 10 little million minions, and they created 3 songs for Z and Melissa to sing that were perfect. They had no clue what I was talking about today, and I thought, let's go even deeper with how perfect that is. All the songs were created by Melissa. So for me, these are the byproducts of authenticity, of being willing to go down in and believe that there's something underneath our fear, underneath the monkey mind, that's real and creative and ready to express as and through you. Any of you, all of you. I love it when Dr. David says, the answer for cancer is in this room somewhere. So where do I go with that? So in looking for stories, for ways to convey this, I decided and fell upon Simon Sinek, quite by accident. But he's David's new shiny thing right now. The TED Talks that Simon Sinek do are for businesses and leaders. And they very much rely upon businesses and leaders being in touch with and leading with what they believe. Not the product, not why you should buy it, but what they believe and how it's going to serve you and what it is that's going to serve you. They start that way. And so, the way this whole thing unfolded was incredible because I didn't know as I was trolling the internet for authenticity stuff that I actually had landed on his page. And his definition of authenticity in this article called People Seek Authenticity Even If They Can't Easily Define It. Believe it or not, authenticity is actually a simple concept. It means that the things we say and the things we do are things we actually believe. And the reason being authentic matters so much is deeply seated in our instinct to survive. Simply telling someone to be authentic doesn't accomplish much unless we have a grip on what it is. As a directive, it's usually totally unactionable. Authenticity engenders trust between people. He talks about how we're tribal people. We live in groups, no matter what. Even if you are the most isolated introvert, you go to the store, you have to interact with a tribe or a group at some point. And that connection point is going to be made all that more connective, present, when we meet each other with authenticity, when we have who we are and what we believe as what we're willing to serve to each other first. So Simon Sinek has this thing called the golden circle. And how many of you are aware of the golden circle? Wow. Let me introduce you to the golden circle. So it looks like a target. It's 3 concentric circles, 1 big circle, a smaller circle, and another circle. And on the outer circle is the what, on the middle circle is the how, and on the very middle of that is the why. And he proves, he goes about using the examples of major corporations that are the front runners in what they do, that part of them getting their message out, because the bones of what they do is just like any other business. It's just like any other leader. But their message and what they always lead with is their why. And an example, first of all, I'll tell you that the why that he's talking about also mirrors the way our brain is patterned. And it addresses that limbic core of who we are, where feelings and beliefs are, and intuition. So when we're coming from that why with people, we're coming from that place of our gut, that feeling, believing center. And how could we not trust that? So he goes on to mention places like Whole Foods, Apple, and Southwest Airlines. And he, somebody flies Southwest. Everything we do, so this is what Apple believes with this example of what he's talking about. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. We make our products with a beautiful design, simple to use and user-friendly. We just happen to make a great computer. Want to buy one? So you can see that there is this thing, we perk up when we hear what we believe, why we're doing something, why somebody is doing something in this product or this principle. And in coming across that, I thought, well, yeah, okay. But how is that going to help me portray authenticity in a daily, minutia level, go into the office kind of way? So I thought I'd tell you about 30 years ago, when I was 20. I was in my 20s, and I ran into enough life's trials to end up in 12-step programs. And I was really in need of, I didn't have an alcohol problem, but I had a fixing you problem. And so everything was out there, and everything out there needed to change. So one of the blueprints for behavior for changing your life that they had was honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Now, I wanted to get it right. I was hungry for a way to do this thing, this living thing, and I didn't have a lot of examples. So they gave me a formula. I was going to follow it. I cook, I sew, I follow formulas and patterns. I know how to do that. And man, did people know honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness from me, to the point that I would enter a room and my circle would be vacated because they knew that there's that intense little young thing that's here to be honest, open-minded, and willing with them. And I was so willing to tell you the truth, whatever I saw. Now, I was bolstered by the fact that the other thing they tell you is that the truth will set you free. So I was here to set you free. I am going to tell you the truth about who you are, and you're going to like it. No, they didn't like it. They didn't like it at all. And I took it personally. I thought I was broken. And it just went into that place that at that age and at that level of development, I would have told you, it is me. But that insecurity is how I am and who I am right now. That fear, whatever it is, that's me. That was the level of honesty I had available to me at that time. And I could see when you were insecure too, and I was right about it. And so life being the rock tumbler that it did, tumbled me around a little bit, and we're going to fast forward to my credit and collections manager position that I was also very honest and open-minded and willing in. Only I was dealing with men, mostly men, not anything special, it's just who does construction. I was in lighting and electrical distributor industry. And these guys were in $70,000 to $100,000 of debt. And I was honest with them. And I was honest with them without any padding. So my boss called me in one day and said, you know, we usually have to file people down a little. I mean, not file people down. We have to bolster them up so that they can go in and be assertive. We need you to kind of quiet down a little bit, modify your approach. So I learned then that I could be tactful and add a little honey and make it a little bit more flavorful, but I still like to tell the truth. And I had been through enough bumps to see that I didn't always know the truth about you. My perspective was starting to shift. As I started to have an inner core to go to, I started to see that I could be very wrong about a lot of things. And then I came to religious science. And this is starting to sound like a talk in a 12-step room, I just realized. Sorry about that. I came to religious science, but just before I did that, I decided I was ready for a relationship for good this time. Now, my relationship path before that, I would put up the thing I thought you wanted to see to come to me. I put up the picture from 5 years ago, the one that I liked from whatever year that I wanted you to see. And surprise, 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 I couldn't maintain what I said, and I drew to me people that couldn't maintain what they said. And it didn't work. And no matter what I did, it didn't work. So after staying single for a long time, and we're all happy I did that, I decided to go on Match.com, only this time I thought, you know what, I want somebody who wants me, the authentic me. Because I had discovered that there was a there. I hadn't totally learned to just let it be without me having to craft it all the time, but I knew that there was an individual in there. And so I decided to put my picture up from that week. And I put my that week's picture up, and I described what I was really interested in, so that whoever came to me would be interested in me. Because I realized that I couldn't feel seen if I wasn't going to show up to be seen. So I said that I was interested in spirituality, that it was my life, that it's everything that I'm about. And, you know, I did have that, oh, who's going to answer that? Who wants to be with somebody who's so spiritual and everything else? And I realized it doesn't matter. I could also look, too. I found the gal with the sparkly eyes, and I was going to give her a little poke. And I poked her on Yahoo, and in spite of that not enough work done message that I got in the dialogue box, I chose her because she asked for someone who could be, she was in politics at the time, and she asked for somebody who could be just as comfortable as at a dinner for 600 people, as they were sitting with a child, 3-year-old child with a diaper on her head. And I went, yeah, I can do diaper on the head, and I can do dress up for dinner. And there was just enough variance, and I felt like, oh, I can do this. I can really do this. There's hope that I can actually be in a relationship. And I want to tell you that the rewards for showing up for that are that I've been in relationship with that person and married her in 2008 for 10 years now. And it pays to show up. It pays to show up. The picture that you are right now is the one that I want to see if I need to hear what you have to say. You might not like what you have on today. You might have judgments about whatever, your teeth, your hair, your thoughts, your words, your accent, anything. But if I need to talk to you, what I really need you to do is show up and respond to me from where you are. That's all we want, is each other to show up. Because what I found out about this authenticity thing is that fear insecurity. Is there anything else on that end? No, fear and insecurity. It all comes down to that. When we're in that, that's not authentic. That what goes on here is the revelation. We don't heal anything. We just reveal the fact that's been hiding from you all along. Is that there is nothing in there but God showing up as you. At the you level, at exactly where you are. And it's got a dream. And it lives it out as you, from the inside out. And all the fears, all the voices, anything that's going on, that's just a foil over it. It's just a covering. And a perception shift away. And we've all experienced that. You change your thinking one little degree, and there's that, everything's better in just a moment. It moves over, and the world that works for everyone has the possibility of emerging because you showed up. I guarantee you, when we're in the middle of our experience, nothing and no one is against us in those moments. And that we can continue to live those moments and be in the opportunity for having those moments. And that world can show up more and more and more. So I know that in being authentic, in being who you are, that it's worth the journey to file past the reeds, the barbed wire of all the reasons why somebody won't like you, and give each other the honest answer, the who we are. And all of that doesn't work until we're doing that with us first, inside, where we can show up when we're journaling, driving, being honest with ourselves. There is no way to muck this up. You can't. You're God here, we're God here, having an experience as us. And what Melissa and Z just did with that Power and Presence song, and Z was up here in her wonderful, glorious, unique self. And they pulled us to that place where we totally agreed with them. And what they did was show up. I'm so glad you showed up. And I'm so glad I was here to see it. Thank you very much, and I love all of you. Thank you. There's that wah thing again. So in the energy that is looking over the Grand Canyon into the vastness, the possibility, the pure potential that's in with each one of us, that means it's in this room. There is only one of that, and it's here expressing. There is no place where that oneness, that amazingness of being alive, there's no spot where that is not. It lives and moves and has its being right here through me and through everyone here, through all of us. And that world that works for everyone, that works, I know that it works for each person here and now, as they agree to be. And in that being, they allow love to encircle and encompass and embrace them, and it embraces all of us. In what can only be unfolding knowingness, unfolding awareness, and deep groundedness, I release this knowing with gratitude into the divine action of the law. There is no way that it could not be done completely before I ever uttered it. So here it is, and here we are as it, in the knowing and the loving, in the being, in the creating, in the giving and the taking. All God, from God to God, now and forever. I say it is so. Please join me if you agree in saying, and so it is.
Good morning, church. My name is Patty Searle, and I'm a member of this church, the Center for Spiritual Living. I'm also a member of your core council and your visioning core. We're about to share our gifts, tithes, and offering, and I just want to share something with you. If the ushers will come forward. I just want to share something with you. We are a healthy church financially, and a part of that is because we give of ourselves so generously. We support a youth program here, the staff, virtually everything that happens here that you're accustomed to happens because we are supporting ourselves financially. So I invite you this morning to dig deep, as you normally do, and share yourselves financially this morning. So shall we go over the giving affirmation together? Ready? Everything I touch today prospers. I touch everyone and everything in my thoughts with support and compassion. I am surrounded by goodwill, kindness, and support. Thank you.
Spirit came to me. if I believe, oh yeah, if I believe, do it, if I believe, 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 oh yeah, if I believe, you believe, if I believe I can, 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 if I believe, if I believe I can, if I believe, if I believe, if I believe, you know that I can.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Holy cow, that was awesome. Hi, I'm Ann Marshall. I'm here with Joanna. We're working on the Diamond and Denim Live and Silent Auction, a really fun event here September 6th. We are collecting donations. If you have any questions, there is a deadline of the middle of this month. We have a few more Sundays to donate products, services, your time. Join us at the event and come see us in Fellowship Hall, and we can answer any questions you have, and I hope to see you all on September 6th at the event.
Good morning, CSL. I am the irreverent side of the couple, Deb Dake Morrell. It takes both of us to make a household, yay. Okay. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Stunning. Beautiful. What do you want to say?
Just a brief announcement that Melly and Z have CDs in the foyer. If you enjoyed Peace, Presence, and Power, take it home with you today. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to grab one of those for one of our auction baskets, because there is nothing that is too small of a donation. And that CD is magnificent. That can be on its own. I didn't want to say that. But anything, I know, open mouth, insert foot. I didn't go to ministerial school, and this is why. They don't give me the microphone very often. Anything, as Reverend Megan said, anything that you have to offer is going to be of value to someone. So the auction team is creating baskets of all of these wonderful, magnificent gifts that you have to offer a group of you into one basket. So please donate whatever you have to give. It will be magic somewhere to someone. And I'm going to do the announcements quickly. You all have a bulletin, so take it home and look at the details. But I do want to bring to your attention our cultural assessment survey that we're doing. It's a really amazing thing that will help the center operate as a transformative entity, as a reflection of your values and your drive and what we want. I do want to point out that there is a small typo on the password, which means you won't get anywhere unless you know that values should be spelled with a lowercase v, not a capital. It will be correct in next week's bulletin. And that wasn't our mistake, by the way. So we are having on Tuesday the Better Business Breakfast. Our camping trip is coming out. And on August 17th, we will install our new practitioners and our brand new ministers. And I want to take a moment to let you know that our own Reverend, or almost Reverend, Maureen Ross, and Melissa, and Z will all be paneling this Wednesday. So they don't need your prayers because it's already done, but they would like you to hold them in consciousness. So with the knowing that they have all passed, it'll be a beautiful day. You'll probably see the clouds part on Wednesday as it happens. We are also, Dr. David's starting a forgiveness drop-in coaching, and YFM has a back-to-school fun night, as we talked about earlier, the auction. And Maureen Ross is actually starting a Let's Talk About group for adult children who are caring for aging parents, or anyone who has the issues of aging in their life and would like more support or more information about it. Talk to Maureen. There are various Sunday afternoons that will be happening. And on Wednesday, Nicole Henry is doing her dress rehearsal, and that's a benefit for the center, a wine and cheese reception. And Reverend Susan on September 7th is starting her center stage production auditions. She'll be here all afternoon. You don't have to be. You just have to show up and do your small audition part and get to go home. That was exciting that center stage is beginning once again. And it's our first Sunday, so if it was your birthday last month and we missed you, or this month and you're here, or like Reverend Doris, you just want to stand up for the attention, please do.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
So will you please stand and take the hands of the person on your left and on your right as Reverend Megan comes to the microphone and await to hear her voice.
I'm here. Me? Okay, now me.
Know that something wonderful.
No, that's not. Well, I was debating whether I should tell you the conversation Reverend Mo wants me to repeat. I was sitting there saying, she said, wow, lots of birthdays. I said, lots of sex in the winter. How could I know I was supposed to come up here? Okay, so now that you're standing and taking the hand of the person on your right and left, join me in a moment of benediction. Won't you know with me that you are never alone? That God is where you are right now. And all you need to do is look within, wherein you will find you are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously, let us make use of these gifts in all that we think and say and do, and so it is. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is in my finances.
Life is in my finances.
I see it.
I see it.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I express it.
I express it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
And just the way that it is not.
And just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.